Hey you! Yes, you, watching this video. Do you want to own a piece of Scribbler? Only not a lock of hair or blood or flesh or anything else that will get you in trouble with the law? Well, now you can, with t-shirts, hoodies, tote bags and mugs featuring Obab Scribbler at her Teespring store. You know you want to. I shall now stop talking in third person and send you on to the video. Be lovely to each other and enjoy the show. The Lighter Side of Human in Equestria by P.J.A. Brony. Tom and Bob whooped and hollered as the drumbeat signaled the end credits of Sweet and Elite.
Aw, yeah!
Said Tom.
Rarity is so the best pony!
No way!
Bob replied.
Applejack is best pony. She'd never even think of selling out her friends like Rarity did.
But she didn't go through with it. Any pony cannot feel temptation, but to feel it and own up to your best friends anyway, that's real friendship.
Whatever, dude. Let's watch Last Roundup next.
I was thinking Suited for Success.
We just saw a Rarity app. I want AJ.
There's plenty of AJ in Suited for Success. It's a main 6 episode.
It's a Rarity episode,
Bob said, getting annoyed.
I think you just like her because the writers named her Rock after you. Anyway, put on Applebuck season. We can try to see if it's really Derpy who's saying muffins.
Let's do Sisterhood of Social. That'll have enough for both of us.
Fine.
Tom rapid-fire clicked his mouse to cue up the episode the bronies had agreed upon. 10 minutes later, Bob was whooping it up again as Applejack and Applebloom trained for the social.
Man, ponies have the life. No humdrum school and annoying parents. They really like their families. I wish I could live in Ponyville.
I'd give anything to live in Ponyville,
said Tom. Just then, the picture on the screen went all wonky. Then, there was a sound like a thunderclap. And a 10-foot dimensional rift opened up in the room, blowing up the computer. Through the rift stepped Princess Celestia herself.
Your voices have carried across the gap between worlds. Would you two fine young lads really like to live in the town of Ponyville?
Both bronies had been knocked back, but quickly recovered.
For really real?
Said Bob.
Quite. We actually have 2 places where some broni would be welcome to stay. One can go to Sweet Apple Acres, and the other is requested for a carousel boutique.
The 2 boys turned to each other and held out their fists.
Epic bro-hoof!
The princess smiled.
Quickly now, through the rift.
And as quickly as they could, Bob and Tom leaped through the hole. Rarity trotted up to an outside table at the local cafe, where Applejack was already seated.
Darling, so wonderful to see you again!
Darn tootin'! How's that Tom working out for you?
Oh, he's simply divine! And I see you've got Bob coming along quite nicely. How are you today, Bob?
Bob looked over at Applejack. The Earth Pony said,
Go on, you can answer her.
But he just looked down at his feet. Applejack took hold of a long leather lead in her mouth and gave a hard tug.
I do declare sometimes these human slaves ain't got no more brains than a bale of hay. Go on and speak, Bob.
Sorry, Mistress Applejack. I'm quite well, Miss Rarity.
Well, that's good, Bob. You know, AJ, sometimes there are advantages to being a unicorn. When Tom gets ornery, I can just use magic on him.
Rarity lifted a foreleg to show a 4-inch tall Tom hanging on for dear life.
Now, Tom, I'll restore you temporarily so you can go get Applejacks and my drinks. But put too much sugar in my tea again, and I'm putting you with opalescence when we get home.
A tiny voice that could barely be heard cried,
No, please, Miss Rarity. I'll be good.
Applejack and Rarity chuckled. The ponies of Ponyville really did have the life.